I'm going to record it on this computer. Yeah, good idea, Mike. Mike, did the package arrive? No. Oh, okay. Sorry, Mike. We tried. But it's not lost. That's at least we know. I recorded for you, so you can watch this. Yuko is waiting there. Yuko there, joining. There we go. We take the waiting list post on the waiting room. There we go. Yuko, how are you? That's Yuko. You guys might say. There's Yuko. There's Yuko. Santa Claus. How are you, Yuko? Yeah.
We scared her off.
So, a little bit
2 weeks to recover.
Yeah. A little bit the idea tonight was to taste, do a nice tasting with a few things. Maybe drink a lot. That's the premises of it. And, it's the last tasting. We made it through the year. We created a new format, which is valid and it's proven right. And, people's happy to support. That's why we got a tasting today. And we will continue along this with people from all other states. Shan is there. He joined too. How are you, brother? Good to see you, man. This is the first mixed tasting. You must just join now. This is the first mixed tasting we're doing.
Mixed tasting, right. Did I miss the tasting order already?
No. We haven't done the order. We're just going to drink tonight.
Good to see your faces again. It's I missed the last few.
What I mean mixed tasting is we're mixing cognac with whiskey. We're doing the tasting in the store too. The first time we're doing tasting in the store.
Awesome. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Look at you guys. With all your Victorian freedom.
Yes. Yeah. That one. Yeah, there we go. So we might have to work out in the near future a little bit about the different cameras that we use. What we're tasting tonight is the Cognac Valenta Signé VSOP. This is an average of 7 years. This is 7 years in cognac casks. So this is a small maker from Petit Champagne. This is a blend of several sites on all the different appellations, and it's a nice introductory drink just to build the palate. But while we're eating with single malt, there's no weak links this time, so I reckon with these ones that we have today. So, how a little noise. Most of you guys will have tasted this before in the cognac tasting that we did, or we've done a couple other ones. Very nice, huh? Jonah, what do you reckon?
Pretty young, got that youthful exuberance from cognac. Yeah. Not really like taking it's just not
more glasses.
Everyone can hear Jonah from where you guys are? Yes, good. Awesome. That's the microphone. Yeah. Nice, sweet, very soft, very delicate. We waited for Alex. Alex is there. Well, I forgot to mention, you might have seen in your pack. Do we got any packs not open yet? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everyone on the pack got a piece of cake like this.
Yep.
This is thank you to Alex. Alex Diallo made a cake for everyone. And we got a whiskey cake. And Alex is a rum cake, the other one, isn't it? Alex. Yes, he said to me. It's okay. This is Alex.
I'm back. Yeah, sorry.
Man, no.
Hey.
We're live, you know.
So bad. I've got people around me. I've got a meal cooked for me. It's great.
Why are you going with so much whiskey? What are you doing?
Yeah, I
know. Thank you so much for the cake, mate.
No worries.
Tell us a little bit about the cake that we got here, because
So hopefully there's two different types in there. The slightly taller one, if you want to call it that, it's got the nuts on top. That's a fortified. That's got, they've all got whiskey in there. They've got sherry, a bit of wine, brandy. Kind of lost track of what I put in there eventually. There's a lot in there. And then the other one is just all whiskey, which again, I can't keep track of what they were. The fortified was finished off with a bit of Lark brandy from memory. And I think the whiskey one had Archie Rose is what I put on it. So,
Okay. So the
enjoy.
I met Alex. I can give everyone's Alex email. The tall one with the nuts on top has the whiskey one, and the short one.
No, other way
Oh,
around.
no, nuts on it.
They look the same. I can't tell now.
Flashbacks of Phuket. No, never, that never happened. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Alex. This is nice. And that's we got something a little bit to eat because there's a lot of burns. Alex kindly offered himself to give us a little bit of his cake that he did with the lark barrel, and so good. Actually, the samples lasted maybe like less than a week, and I had like 4 times what you guys had. So being replacing lunch with Alex.
Yeah, I've got more of them. There's a lot of cake. No, I was running out of cake.
Yeah, I don't think I could take any more. I was I'll roll over in holiday, Alex, but it's been amazing. And next time we gotta work on those rumbles. The rumbles that was next level.
Yeah,
they lasted a day.
I wouldn't travel. That was the issue.
All right. Let's finish up that cognac, and that was nice chat and nice drink to begin and introductory. But we are here for the whiskey. We're here for the whiskey. So we're gonna start. We're just gonna start with a big boy. We're gonna start with the Strathmill. The Strathmill, 25-year-old from Valencia, Malay, 1994. Remember, all these drums, don't drink it all. Leave a little bit behind, yeah? Yeah.
It's not a whiskey, man.
So I'm maybe next time. We're just trying to work out the dynamics of the store to do these tastings. So Valencia Malay, most of you would have been on the Valencia Malay tasting that we did a couple months ago. That was amazing tasting. Oh, the boys are the full 30 meals. We deep into. Woo! I said they will pour 15 and the other 15 they'll give you carry back, maybe okay. It's gonna be interesting tonight, huh?
What's your insurance cover?
Yes, we had the 30 meal packs, and I asked the guys are here to bring the packs here, so they're having 30 meal pools, and Brian just to keep up, All right. Valencia Malay, 25-year-old Strathmill. This got bottled in 2019, Bourbon Hogshead. Strathmill, one of the distilleries from the Chivas Group. How do you know? Yeah, it's like roses is good.
I was making fun of Jim.
Or plantain. Jim McEwen would have said bollocks.
That's the strength of a Celtic warrior busting out of his armor early in the morning.
With the sea breeze of the morning of the. This is there's obviously jokes to our Bruglari tasting. Yeah. We can because we are not on
Yeah, we're not on Facebook.
not on Facebook.
Yeah, good.
Otherwise, yeah. What do you guys think? Who we get him to start with this? Roger. How are you, Roger? Good to see you, mate.
How you doing?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
I keep phasing in and out of existence given his
I
background.
know this deal.
Actually, three of us here, so
Pop in and pop out.
How you guys doing? Oh, there's three of you there. Wow.
yeah.
What do you think of this this Strathfield?
I've only just finished the cognac, so I'm just about to try.
Ah, you okay? I get back to you then, and we go to Chris Cornell. Chris, you might notice a few of these familiar faces from
Oh, yes.
back in the day.
No, it's got a sort of like freshly crushed peanuts on the nose, and then on the palate, it's not as fruity as I was expecting. A lot more malty, a bit more spice, sort of driven.
I think this one will just take a little bit to the fruit come out, but it's malty. For me, it was a little bit of when you said roses. I think it's like rose water. Rose water. Yeah.
Well, it's got that, or that floral. Yeah, but it's got
Yeah.
floss as well.
Yeah.
Very floss.
Very floss.
Yeah.
Maybe you need a little bit more on my glass. I don't know.
Honeydew.
Yeah, honeydew melon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice and fresh whiskey.
That's really fresh at 25 years old, isn't it?
Yes, yes, and that's one of those things that there are not many whiskeys at 25-year-old that would not feel overall. So that's when it's absolutely good.
Very well.
Yeah, very vibrant. The absolutely stunning. All right, now we got a lot to go through, so let's put this one down and see how all these drums take maybe around half an hour to an hour sometimes to open. So we're gonna go to the next one. We're gonna go now to the Bruichladdich, 26 years old. Yeah, we're deep diving, big time, and we don't finish the Bruichladdich 26-year-old by Single Malts of Scotland. So this is the Whiskey Exchange brand. Distilled in 1992. Bourbon Hogshead. Yeah.
Wrong one of these distilleries.
Not soapy. Don't say anything. This is Single Malts of Scotland. This is absolutely stunning actually today. This is I tasted this when we were breaking down, and I give you that to pass on, and then you pass it on. Let's see. That's heaps fruity, right? Wow. Yeah. And a lot, like really fruity. That makes you realize how good Isla is when it's old and unpeated, right?
Yeah. What's the barrel, John? Is it
Hogshead.
Hogshead.
It's a Hogshead, yeah. It's a single cask.
Is it fully unpeated Rosé or just very light weight unpeated?
Unpeated.
It says unpeated.
Yeah, no, it doesn't say unpeated, but it's, it doesn't say poor Charlotte otherwise.
Yeah. But a lot of the early Bruichladdich were very, very low.
There maybe it's a little bit on the palate, because there's a saltiness on the palate myself.
Yeah, there is a bit of salt.
Does anyone feel salt on the palate?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's solidity there, for sure.
Jonah, what do you reckon? This is good, huh?
Yeah, I think it's got dumped for a while. Came up.
Getting more and more fruity. Started off being really good, so like nutty and crunchy.
Solidity. Yeah.
This is pure fruit.
I like it.
Yeah.
The solidity's really.
Yeah. Yeah.
It'll be worth coming back to.
Who was that? David.
Yeah. I'm getting the sweet fruits, but it'll be fascinating to come back to, I reckon.
Yes.
We're going to get a lot more.
Amazing how much fruit is this to the regular Bruichladdich that it's pretty interesting. I tasted the Laddie 10 recently, and it's like just not great. But I don't know if because I'm not great this size. It feels very bland, and there's nothing there. And how this evolves into something so beautiful like this. I remember like when I did not drink so much whiskey, I used to love the Lady 10. It was fantastic. But probably my knowledge now outgrew my expectations largely on the Lady 10. Yeah. That's why I reckon probably Port Charlotte is the one to go, because it just adds a little more flavor to the same spirit. Yeah. And going back to the Strathmore, Chrissy cake. Yeah. That's really malty, yeah?
More malty on the palate than the. Okay.
Yeah. And it smells.
And even on the nose too, I reckon.
Yeah. And now it's for me, the Strathmore now it's turned more into the panna cotta, creme brulee, burnt sugar. Yeah. And you go back to the laddie and it's pure fruit. I'm gonna go and grab my other glass. Sorry, but zip it in. I don't have much in. All the things I need to have. Yeah. Yeah, well, when it's the sample is scarce. We didn't want to open another bottle. Yeah.
Oh, you mean this one here then?
Yeah, we didn't want to open that. Yeah. The absolutely stunning. And I must say, 26 years old, bottled at 21.8, 51.8, sorry, percent. That's pretty cool. The latest releases, what's the latest release of Bruichladdich? 31, 32, or 35? The 80, yeah, right, 85, 87, I think there was. There was on duty free. You guys remember any? No, I can't remember. Like $1,200.
The whole.
$1,200 a pop. Yeah.
When's the last time anyone's been in duty free?
No. But it's not. They brought it back in. These ones for the price, actually, for a 26-year-old Bruichladdich, quite well priced. I remember seeing the ones that were around. I think it was a 32-year-old around $1,200. So that's pretty steep. But it's official bottling price. All right, moving to the next one. Well, this whiskeys, and we're gonna go into a peated ones and a lightly peated one. It's not lightly peated, but doesn't feel as peated. So the Secret Isla, 8 years old, bottled by Zanzibar for Whiskey Club Slanger. Or Slanger Bar. Zanzibar. Secret Isla.
8-year-old. You gotta like those.
Yeah.
When it's that light, when it, yeah. That much of it is produced from
So who wants to kick off?
We haven't had this one before, have we?
No, we haven't had this
No, I
one.
don't think we have.
No. This is a sister cask of the Geisha label one. Yeah. This is a sister cask of the Geisha label one.
That sounds good.
Isn't it?
This I'm trying to set up the discount. All right.
Without even smelling it, just looking at it.
I know.
What do you guys reckon? Who wants to, Dom? What do you reckon?
I reckon. I mean, my automatic response to an independent Isla that young is Kalila.
Yeah, it'll be Kalila. Like,
And I think on the nose it just came across it.
on these batches, they were Kalilas and Lagavulins. They were Kalilas and Lagavulins on these batches.
What was it matured in? Do we know?
Just a bourbon cask, refill bourbon. Yeah. This is just Kalila. Yes, that one. Yeah. This is just Kaulila. What do you guys reckon over there?
That's it.
Who wants to join? Kim. How are you, brother?
I'm well. How are you?
Yeah, good. Whoa, you got a good microphone.
Mac, what do you expect?
Yes. Let me just turn that. We are working all this out. You know, this is the thing. Is today we are all.
At least we can't see Rob, so that's good.
Rob is. You can see his hand. That's Rob. Yeah. What do you reckon of this Kaulila, Kim?
It's classic Kaulila, really, isn't it? To me.
Fried, fresh beans.
Yeah. Just that nice little briny sort of thing on the nose. Like, yeah, it's good.
Briny, exactly. That's a good way. It feels more briny than peated.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just that classic brininess that you get, or that I feel that you get from a lot of Vilas.
I see Jono laughing. It's really funny to have Jono in a camera. It's very.
I'm getting on the nose. I'm sort of getting like a little bit of a marmalade,
like orange marmalade, something like bitter and.
Yeah.
Hey, it's interesting.
Like a citrusy marmalade.
I reckon that's.
Unless I'm having a stroke.
Just spot on there, I think.
Both are possible.
Yeah. And now I'm gonna go back to the Bruichladdich, and it's sensational. It highlights all the people. 2 minutes, please. Go to the Bruichladdich.
Oh.
Pretty.
Hello. What happened there?
Really bright.
Woo! Yeah, I know.
Juicy fruit.
Yeah. What's
Juicy fruit. That's not.
It's very interesting how the peat works with the, maybe bringing all the fruit down and everything, and taking all the funk away. And what's left on the Bruichladdich when you taste the second time is just peat. Pretty amazing. They speak of you. What do you guys thought with the let's do this. Let's remove the pin and remove this pin, and then we got here. Yeah. What do you guys over there thought about that changeover? Let's ask Roger again. How are you, man?
I'm good. Sorry, I'm good. How you doing?
How was that now?
I'm not normally a peat fan, but this is quite tasty. I'm enjoying this a lot. So.
And did you try to do this? Did you try on doing the swap of the Kaulila to back to the Bruichladdich?
I haven't, but I'm about to.
But not just on the nose. Try it on the nose. Because you smell the Kaulila and then you go back to the Bruichladdich. It's pretty crazy how much. Yeah.
Yeah, the Bruichladdich.
Yeah.
Much brighter.
Yeah.
Back to it.
Pretty good round.
Yeah, nice. Zanzibar, after the Zanzibar tasting, I'm happy if you're going to send us more of those over the next year. So
Yeah.
That Zanzibar tasting was awesome. The last tasting we did was fantastic with the spiritual selection and the, and the one we did before. That was yes, that was good, Roger. Two Zanzibars, yeah, correct. That was yeah. Okay, I'm creating the discount code for tonight, just so everyone knows. And
Everyone in the box, you can just fill it up.
yeah. You can, everyone that's in here. Yeah, okay. This is just for everyone to know, the discount code for tonight, it's 2020 FOFF. That's it. It's right. It's 2020 FOFF. Yes, that is the discount code for tonight. And never come back again. Yeah, it's been okay. We piloted really well. You know, we wouldn't want to be in North America or Europe right now. It could be a lot worse for what we did, and we come up with a couple of pills in the morning, a couple of pills at night, and we all fine at night, right? Yeah, we work it out. That's it. I'll tell you what, in January, nobody's running the wrong year. No, never again. No one's making that mistake. No, now going back to the Strathmill, that's still vanilla. Yes, vanilla ice or cookies and cream. Yeah. The Strathmill is cookies and cream. Also, everyone at home, please feel free to tell me any kind of feedback. If the noise in the room is too big, this is the way we're gonna grow these tastings and continue doing it for people that is interstate that they cannot come to the tasting. So the more we perfection these tastings, we work out solutions for everything. But you know, that's we're never gonna let down the customers that we gain, the people that supported us from interstate. So we'll find a way to make it work. You know, like yeah, it will work. Yeah. All right, next whiskey we are 1, 2, 3. All right, yes, we're gonna go for the 10-year-old Isla 10-year-old. For finest whiskey Berlin, 10-year-old Isla. Apparently, this is Lagavulin. Someone has more intel than me this time. I don't know. Yeah. That's Lagavulin. Yeah. Can we go? This is even wider. Yeah. That's why on the eyeball. That's why I feel like eyeballing that one is probably a lager. Yeah, that's the fanciness of Lagavulin on the nose. That sort of slightly sulfury cabbage, Brussels sprouts, steamed Brussels sprouts.
What is off-white?
Yeah.
What's like the Lagavulin 8 is better than 16?
Yeah. The ABV is most likely what makes it like that. Yeah. That's a another, let's see, got a review here. Let's get VJ, another one that's been supporting us for a long time. How are you, brother?
Yeah, good man. Good man. Thanks for doing this on the eve before Christmas Eve.
Yeah. What do you reckon? That's a nice glass.
This one? Yeah. It's a standard wine glass, yeah. No, yeah, it's a like a light Lagavulin for me. It's on the nose, yeah, very smooth though for Lagavulin.
A lot of maybe steamed brassicas, like broccoli or Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts, yes. On the nose, sulfury. But or hay, like fresh cut grass. That's sort of on the heat. Or lot more on the heat. That's sort of when the mulch is like what mowing the lawn in Australia with 40 degrees, and that sort of. Yeah. No.
Yeah, I got a little bit of that. My grass doesn't seem to smell like that though when I mow it. So.
Compared to the Caolilla, it's a lot more fruity. The And you smell the Calida, and it's a lot of more that orange marmalade, a sort of
Yeah, a lot more citrusy. A lot more citrusy.
very salty. The Lagavulin, a lot more salty.
Yeah.
Very salty.
Thanks, Shan. Thanks. It's good to see everyone. You know, joining again on the tastings and being able to have the opportunity to do them live with an audience. Maybe we get a stage one day with John. We get a, yeah. We need to find another place a bit more.
The whiskey show.
The whiskey show. No, that's probably copyrighted by Don't make me talk. Don't make me just don't throw me curveballs because I drink a few more and then start talking.
The chicken bells.
Yeah. The chicken. No.
Yeah, that's not good.
All right.
I'm just letting it sit.
Absolutely.
Just kick it low now. Kick it now.
Absolutely awesome. This Lagavulin.
Yeah.
Salty, rich, sweet.
Yeah. It does get that salty.
Going back to the Bruichladdich and hello.
Yeah.
The Bruichladdich is stunner. Huh? Wow. And the Stradella too. But it's a totally different drum. So multi compared to the Bruichladdich.
That's malt at that's the backbone of that stratum, is it small?
It is. It's like that malted, ice cream.
Yeah.
But it's going off.
Yuko, which one is your favorite at the moment?
Calida.
I can't hear you.
Very quick.
I can't hear you neither. Maybe your microphone is not working.
So they would be color number.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Your one is the Isla Malt 2008, the finest whiskey, the Lagavulin, the 10-year-old. Yeah.
They're pretty good at their artificial colors. Like,
It's and the Zanzibar,
this is the artificial stuff.
yeah, and the second one for Slanger. Yeah. I see you got your little teddy bear there, your reindeer. Where is that? Good. Good to see you.
She's really off the jobs.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
I saw him yesterday. He came pick up the bottles. Yeah. Say hi to Dita, Yuko. We saw him yesterday coming to pick up the bottles. Yeah.
That's not a photo of a sea
No.
turtle.
So, what do you guys reckon now with
That's a teddy killer.
Yeah.
That is.
What do you guys reckon about the don't forget there's people on the other side.
Yeah.
There's with the tasting favorite now at the moment.
Oh.
Brian?
It's either the Stratnell or the Bruichladdich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lager's pretty good, but Bruichladdich doing great things. Strathmore, money.
10-year-old, 10-year-old to 25-year-old, 20 plus year old whiskey, very difficult to.
Yeah.
It's a different.
Yeah.
It's a. What, especially when it's well made, and that's the problem that when you get the people when you get the big companies today trying to explain you that age is not everything, it is not. But when you get an excellent 25-year-old, you're not making it better than even a good 10-year-old is not even as close as good as a good 25-year-old. Like it's not possible. That doesn't happen. That's for like shit 25-year-old, like your Glenorian 30-year-old that Aldi sells. That's the only justification of anything. All right. Oh wait, let's. Jono, I reckon it's time to do some sample. One of these the surprise, the mystery samples. And okay, everyone should have gotten there with a mystery sample.
Something labeled 2. Just label.
That's a good one. This is label 2. Yes, some people have numbers. Owen,
So
come over here.
some people have 1, some people have 2.
Yes, where are we?
I have 4.
You have 4.
Should be.
Oh, so we
Yeah, we find it. We find it.
No, this, 'cause I've got
We're not as
plans on
prepared
top.
as we normally are.
Might be the
Yeah,
one
but
that
you
says
got-
Paul.
This thing here.
I reckon it's Paul. Yours is the Paul one. Yours is-
1 to 4. So we
1 to 4
basically
and Paul. 1 to 4 or Paul?
How does that come as a number?
Paul and John, same one.
Right.
All right.
Which is?
which is
John, so we got the same.
Oh, so we
oh,
got
okay.
different.
Right. Okay.
We'll just call you to the right.
This one here will be this one. Is a fifth one.
So you're going to have to collaborate with everyone else.
Okay.
One.
So
Compare
so we got everyone's got a surprise sample, and we're going to get we're gonna get people to think what it is. But everyone's got a different sample. Not everyone. There's groups of people. There's 5 different samples. Let's say from the people who got, we're gonna start with sample number 2. Sample number 2. Who's got 2 here?
No, you don't have 1.
You got 2. We got 2.
Up to number.
Yes.
Yeah,
That
I
one.
don't think it's
Yes. Okay. And I know who has number 2 at their house. So
You better see.
let's gonna kick off this with David. David Godo. You got number 2, right?
Yep.
So you got sample number 2. We sent everyone a random sample of something. We sent everyone a random sample of something, and this is like the. I cannot hear myself. Come on. This is I sent everyone a sample, a surprise sample, and this is the exam tonight. This is for all the people that's been doing the intensive course. That Justin says we made 195 different whiskeys this year.
Yeah, we popped the 200 tonight.
200 whiskeys tonight. Ting, 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 ting. David, what do you reckon of sample number? Shh, I cannot hear. I have ADHD. I cannot understand 2 conversations. I cannot understand 2 conversations at the same time. It's really challenging. Imagine having 2 kids and a wife. Man. Then a dog. I mean, the dog doesn't, it's like, wow. He's the only nice one to me.
Doesn't get any better.
Yes. Okay. So please tell me, David, what do you reckon of what you got?
Well, it's I got rum and raisin hit me on the nose first, and I must admit I've been knocking over some old Glenfarclas that I've got in the cupboard of late.
Yeah.
So it reminded me initially of that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's as good as I've got. I'll take a random stab and say it's it's a space. Yeah.
But okay,
I like Glenfarclas.
don't need on the distillery, but at least you got an appreciation for. So would you dare to say an age? What it would feel like is how old maybe, and with an minus with an error of, let's say, 3 to 4 years.
Yeah. I must admit, when I first nosed it, I'd say it's older than 15, but now that I've had a wee taste, I'm not so sure that it's that old. I think it might be a younger dram. I'll have a lash at 10, 12 years old.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe let's get who else has this dram.
Get an educated guess now.
Let's see. Alex Usalo.
Yeah.
You got the same dram number 2. What do you reckon?
I don't know. It tastes a little bit older to me.
Yeah.
Let's say 15. I don't know. 15. It'll look over 15. Maybe like 18 or something like that.
And style or region? No region. Region. I always say that region is very difficult to talk about regions now because there's heavily peated space sides and unpeated Islas and heavily sherried Highlands. So there's not really you can talk about style of regions anymore. You're more like talking about styles, right? So, but
Yeah.
what do you reckon? What would you say? It's if I put you to pick like bourbon, sherry, coastal style, Nyla style, what would you say?
I reckon it's like a refill sherry of some sort potentially.
Good.
Great.
Yeah, going. The class of 2020 is doing well. The class of 2020 is good training. We got David here. We got David with he's in the bottle. See, the class of 2020, this is survivors, the cheater, you know.
I
could have said that.
I could have told you the distillery.
Okay.
I'm the bottler.
Yeah, I'm the bottler. We need to be.
I'm too honest. I'm too honest.
Ben Nevis.
No, not Ben Nevis. Not Ben Nevis. Who else? Shannon's got the same one.
Yeah, I'm really struggling with this one. It's very subtle, whatever it is. It's like there's certainly nothing jumping out at me. I agree with the age statement that's come out though. I feel like it's quite young as well. I would have said the 8 to 10 year mark, but nothing's jumping out immediately at me. So sorry.
Okay. And the other one that has this sample is Rob. You see it?
What happened? No, because I didn't have that sample, so John has given me a different one.
Okay, secret one. Yeah, okay.
Yours
Okay.
He had the sample bottle, but there's
nothing in the bottle. Oh, he's got an empty bottle. Our complaints department is right next to me. You can. Yeah. Okay, who else got this sample? Thomas Schechter. Thomas, you're there. You don't have the camera on, but you got also number 2. What do you reckon? I can't mute people in the shop. They are so annoying. Next time I get my my mic, my cell phone, I walk like Madonna in the shop. I need a headset with a mute.
Yeah. So I think it's delicious. I agree. I think older refill sherry.
Yeah.
And I get maybe a very gentle smokiness towards the finish.
Yes. I think
so. That's sort of thrown me for, I could say space side, but that smokiness, it could be anything.
And that is spot on. Very lightly peated Dingston at 19 years old, but lightly, the peat is not even present on the nose. It's just on the palate. That is, Thomas Schechter gets A+ score right now.
Alex did pretty well.
Yeah, Alex did very well. Yeah. Shan, you need to drink more, mate. we are well. You aim it at the sherry, which is good. You know, we still get out. It's 2020. We give prizes to everyone now. You know.
I'm starting my homework now, mate. So it's all
good.
Yeah.
I reckon you need to catch up for a few weeks that you missed. So the prescriptions on a couple of shots a day. No running, no exercising. It's very bad. Yeah. You might feel like a health kick. No, but yeah, that was Thomas. That was right. It's actually quite rare to see peated Dinstons, and this is not heavily peated Dinston. It's just a very lightly peated Dinston, bottled by the Nectar. 19 years distilled in 1999. Yeah, and unfortunately, that one is history right now.
It's refill sherry, was it?
Yeah, refill sherry or some sort of sherry cask. They wouldn't know what they want to say. So next, we're gonna do another one of these ones. We're gonna go to they got 2. Okay, this I was like, oh. Okay, let's go to number 1. Number 1 is who's got sample number 1? We got Dom. Chris Cornell, Shannon, you got a number 1 too. David Till, Yuko, and Shane Dixon. Okay. Let's kick off. Dom.
Yes.
This is like going to school.
Yes, exactly.
I'm trying to find the bottle for you, Dom.
Yeah, try and find a bottle.
No.
You're good at sniffing.
We'll find it.
Gin.
I might have thrown them away, but I think we had them on my room. Oh, yeah, the bottle. Yeah. What do you reckon, Dom?
What I reckon?
Yeah.
Well, I smell peat.
Yes.
I taste a little bit of peat in there.
Yeah. Don't let
I
Dave
reckon-
look at
I
it.
would have thought. Don't let Dave look at it. I get the feeling the nose tells me that it's not overly. I don't get too much nose prickle, so I reckon it might be somewhere around the 50% mark. I would have thought something like that.
Yeah.
I would have thought.
Age.
It smells like it's got a little bit of age to me. It's not too like I don't get it too aggressive as if it's young and smacking me in the face.
Yeah.
So I think it's got a bit of age, but I couldn't tell you how much.
Okay. Let's see. Chris Cornell. You got a sample number 1, do you?
Yeah, I do. The first nose right out of it would have been like an old school Lagavulin, but it's sort of opened up a little bit. So I'm saying it's probably a younger, something pretty dirty like a Stoischer spirit from Bunnahabhain, or maybe even a young Peter Glenturret. So 6 to 8 years.
Yeah, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Probably about 50%, roughly.
50 odd percent.
Yeah, it's definitely not at the 43, 46 mark, I wouldn't say.
It's a big question. Let's see who else of those had sample number 1? David Till or Shane Dixon, Yuko. Any of you wants to add Yuko? Is your mic working then? Or David?
Oh. I'm here, Roger. I have number 1.
Roger.
Yeah.
You got a sample number 1.
Yeah.
What do you guys reckon?
To be honest, I'm not a very big peat person, but definitely seems young to me. Heavily peated. Yeah, I don't know. High ABV as well. Yeah, not much to add other than that with peated. I can't really tell the difference between an Ardbeg and a
Young Lila and high
ABV and young.
That's good. And Shane Dixon. Shane, do you want to add anything? What do you reckon? Yeah, maybe it's quietly observing. Maybe having a gathering, siesta there. Who knows? If you okay, maybe we get back to Shane later on. Amazing. Chris Cornell. He goes out with these distinctions. Bunnahabhain Stoischer, so the heavily peated. 5-year-old, bottle at 61.3. These boys know about this one.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, Chris. Spot on.
That's a good call.
Yeah, some of those younger, dirty spirits coming out, and again, as I was saying, like that peated, young peated Glenturret as well. It's just super, super funky, real sort of strength stuff.
Almost like
Doesn't drink like 61%.
young Lomond.
1.3. Holy crap.
Even that's more dirty. Young Lomond. But good. So the bottling is a Bunnahabhain 2014, bottled by La Maison de Whisky for their Roux d'Anjou label, which is a release that they do, or they used to, I don't know if they did it this year, for their Whiskey Live. All right, we did 2, and now we kick off with something that we all drink. And then we go back to the people that did 3, 4, and 5. This is small. Let's taste the Edradau, 21-year-old. Edradau, 21-year-old distillery bottling. Oloroso cask finish.
Is this a sherry whiskey or a whiskey sherry?
26.2. It's it seems like they forgot to take the sherry out of the.
My God, look at that.
They forgot to take the sherry out of the.
Well, there was one we had. Was it last year or the year before? It was like the color of cola.
Yeah, this is called that color.
There was that other one that was just black, if you remember, about a year and a half or 2 years ago.
And
Jose, don't forget top of the glass. Yeah?
Top of the glass. No. If we learn something,
and wait, yeah. So you put your.
If we learn something on this time, was to do the rim of the glass.
Yeah. No, it's the top.
It's the top. No, don't put it
Your
inside.
finger, no, you put it like this.
But he was putting it on the bottom. That is the problem.
Also, it's just doing this.
Yeah.
I've got a 7 a.m. there, and he's drank a lot of whiskey in his life.
Yeah, no. We. That was. At least we got a recording of that, right? All right. Let's kick off this sherry master bomb. This is huge. John Jankowski, what do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, he hit the nail on the head with a flat Coke.
A flat Coke.
Yeah, flat Coca-Cola on the nose.
Flat cola.
It's time to go down the chart.
With
The vodka Kinoto.
Yeah.
Yes, some Kinoto.
Yeah, a bit of
It's
Kinoto.
got that, yeah. all the
Kinoto.
citrusy,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, Kinoto.
The Italian.
The Italian.
Yeah,
Kinoto.
like that bit of citrusy note to it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not a sweet sherry, is it? Wow. No, it's certainly not sweet. It's astringent.
Jason, how are you, mate?
I'm muted. I'm good.
I'm good. What do you reckon of this one?
I haven't had a taste of it yet.
No, Shan, we can't mute people in the shop. Next time we work around maybe getting a headset and then muting the shop. Yeah. Then
the riffraff in the shop.
The riffraff, yeah, I would say. Well, what we can do is just change how directional is this phone here. This thing, the mic, and we go like this, and that should mute a little bit of the background noise in this setting. That would probably be better. Yeah, you might not hear so much the riffraff.
Yeah,
The riffraff are okay. I think there was just some echoes before. No, I did not have two mics unless Jonathan the mic. Oh no, it's not. We got everything muted on. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, I thought I could just hear a bit of a scream coming from yours before but yeah, the sound in the shop's fine. Yeah, all good.
It's difficult to get, everyone's drinking too much, you don't see, but everyone's like, and they
drinking too much. You guys deserve it.
You have to be in the private whiskey room.
Yes, I should be. It's like a cabin. That's
Shut
a
off
good
the
idea.
ravel.
Yeah, the DJ cabin in the. He didn't. This here is like a. If I set myself in there, here it's gonna be a party. Like it's. Like, I know you're crazy. It's like nothing. I need to put a policeman and a dog inside here. Like,
We'll pay for what we open.
yes. I know that the problem is that
Bring the dog.
yeah, bring the dog. The dog also. Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. What do you guys reckon of the Edrodour? Jason, the Edrodour. What do you reckon?
It's really good. It's old and dirty and musty. There's plenty of the old dark fruits in there that are really decomposed. Yeah, I like it.
It smells like mulch, like this sort of no, but like mulch, like that's sort of like a pine. A school bag. Here, a school bag with a rotten banana. It smells to me more like
No, this is going to
you know what they
that's been left in there for too long.
no, you know, for me it smells like, you know, when you need to get some wood that's been rained on, and they're like, you know, it's wood that's been rained on, and there's like been worms in there, like, you know, and it's like it just scrambles up, you know, that sort of too expensive for Phuket wood. The boys are having a laugh now. Thank God this is not going live, you know. Fuck. What? Yeah, Alex, what you started? Fuck. Yeah. I know.
Live in the right state.
Yeah. No, but actually, this smells a little bit like Tiger Balm. Come back on. Get back in. Luscious and sweet on the palate, says David Bottle, and Paul loves it. Yeah, huge. These are actually a huge dram. What the only issue that I have with this dram is that it has a little of a bitter finish, but it's a bit of a bitter on the at the end.
Very long tail.
Yeah.
It's not go away.
No.
That's a big whiskey. It's called persistent.
Is it a maturation in sherry or finish in sherry?
Finish, but doesn't say for how long. This is distilled in 1995 and bottled in 2017. So already 3 years old, right?
The back of it says it's fully aged.
No, maturing next bourbon heads, and in February 2005, this whiskey was recast into first use Oloroso sherry butts and matured for further 12 years. Yes. This bottling is from 3 of those butts.
Finished for 12 years.
Finished for 12 years.
That's a
Yeah.
massive finish. But this is, yeah, it's got like just a big long finish. It just wants to hang around and just keep it flowing. It's beautiful. It's very thick and syrupy. It just coats a palate and just, yeah, it does things.
It does things.
It does things. It's awesome.
You're taking Jose back to the beginning.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yes, I think more on the Blair Athol. The Clarence was a little bit more fruity. I still have one bottle of that. But the Blair Athol, we finished not long ago. Remember, we did finish that bottle. Yeah, yeah, big sherry,
Deep, dry sherry.
signatories, signature of big casks. Yeah. Mm.
Kim says, Kim and Alex say, go back to the Brook Laddie after the entry door.
Let's go back to the Bruichladdich.
Straight away, like, it's dissipating a little bit, but it was like cucumber.
Pure fruit.
Wow.
Juicy fruit.
I get that cucumber, like Hendrix, yeah.
Like Hendrix, exactly.
Wow. A minty. Or that sort of spearmint or Wrigley's. But the dust. Yeah. No, it's yeah. Since
it's got like a mentholy kind of feel to it too.
another Strathmere is the menthol. That's I'm loving.
Yeah, you go back to that, you pick up a menthol note.
Alpine cigar. Love some mint cigarettes. Yeah. All right. And we got there's more people here that got those special drums, Jono. Let's ask them what do they reckon. Let's get to let's go with number 3. Number 3, we got let's kick off with Kim. Kim's got number 3.
Yeah, I'm with Paul. I think it's an old Lefroy. Oh, I think it's an old Lefroy.
Yeah. No. Yeah, well, but that you went straight into it. Like, okay. How old do you reckon?
You gotta hide that from Justin.
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay. This is like the multiple question that you should not leave blank. You know, like you need to aim somewhere. Like pick one up.
Maybe 15.
10 to 15.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, good. Let's see, we got Paul Leyland there. Paul, you there?
He's messaging in the chat.
Yeah, he's messaging in the chat, Jose.
The chat, okay. I had my spreadsheet.
Still at work, gents, so I've got to sneak it through.
It's a 1980s Lafroy, 43. No, I wish. This no. Paul, the budget on this one is, like, come on, it's 9 drams. So. It could have been a Christmas gift. It could be nice. But, no. I see where he's coming from because it's a similar style, which most of you thought on the same thing. I gotta hide this because, it's so good. I see where your guys are coming from because it's very. I knew and understand. No, you need to be to have a look at this. Justin, what do you reckon? Justin also has this one. We got Justin in there. What do you reckon?
Get the drone on him. Get the drone on him. I got nothing.
Justin is there.
I got nothing to offer to this conversation.
No.
Yeah. I can't pick it.
That's a first, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love it to be 80s Lafroy, but I know I only paid a certain amount for my sample set. So
I got a little bit left in here with.
I'm trying not to look at the bottle there.
No, you can't. But it's an all-my cask. You won't be able to see what it is. So.
I thought a Highland originally, actually.
Yeah.
It wouldn't. I initially thought like a Ben Nevis and a bourbon cask. I don't know. I've been wrong a lot this year. I thought we'd only been locked down for 6 weeks. So.
You supplied that much.
Justin, 200 whiskeys. Come on. Well, region?
I think it wouldn't surprise me if it's an Isla, but if it's a Highland, I know it's just.
It's very fruity.
It is fruity. That's.
Well.
I don't think it's a Highland, but I'll probably be wrong. I'll fail my unit.
It's a Balmore.
Wow.
But then you go. That's the fruity Balmore.
I thought I got soap.
So soapy.
It's a Balmore, 13 years old, bottle for Shinanoya by Old Malt Cask. Yeah, that's why you smelling like old style Lafroy or like, I know the person that used to select the cask was Shinanoya and he loves all these fruity stuff. So being Balmore, it could be like that sort of old style of Lafroy, very pretty and floral, and then you get the this is just a wholesale. Yes. All right, and let's the next one. Sample number 4. Oh, okay. Sample number 4, and we got Rob got number 4. It's not number 5. Yeah, cool. So Brian, what do you reckon?
First up, I think it's a sherry refill or a sherry.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting a bit of sulfur at the beginning,
yeah.
But I've had one poured for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So sulfur's died off. I'm getting some kind of cooked pears,
yeah.
A little bit of that brown sugar.
Yeah.
No clue what it is.
No.
Oops.
No. Sorry, people.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah. I wouldn't be able to pick the region on this.
Yeah, I dropped everything.
You've clearly had enough in the shop.
No, yeah,
We only started.
Yeah. This is like trying to, it's like trying to herd goats. David,
That's not that hard.
It's like trying to herd goats. Honestly, yeah. It's trying to move the cameras and everything back. We work on this series. Another person that has this sample is there we got Jason ordering. Jason, what do you reckon?
Look, I agree with what was said before by Rob. It's definitely sherry. Tastes like not a first fill sherry, and there's a bit of ashy smokiness on the end to it to me.
Yes.
I'm not sure what it is.
Lisa, can you give me a region? Yes.
Highland.
Sounded like Highland. No, it's a space side.
Stab in the dark.
Well, it's okay. You know, there's no about regions. It's about, you know, heavy sherry. You know, it's. I thought it would be like, you know, when you think about sherry, the first thing that comes to mind is space side, because that's the style. It's to be like sherry. It's a Glenallachie bottle for La Maison de Whisky. The Glenallachie, the sherry. That was a pair with the peated. There was a leche. It's a signature vintage. This one is a 12-year-old Glenallachie sherry cask. Bottle of 46%, and that's the old style of sherry with a little bit of that sort of smoky Glendronach style of sherry. You know. Yeah, and he's got. Oh, I forgot. You got the same. Oh, okay, Rob. Sorry.
No, it's all right. I can ace my exam now.
You can. You go by default. You get the lowest note around. It's like when you buy on poker with the one that has the the least chips.
Rob's got the fifth one there as well, so maybe.
Oh, he's got two.
Yeah, because we didn't give anyone the fifth one, so I thought I'd give him the fourth so I could join in. But seeing as you haven't let him join in now, he can do his own exam.
Okay, you got a fifth one. Come on. Then you got a fifth one. What do you think it is?
Same as Paul.
Paul and John.
Paul and John.
So am I in with the Paul and John here, or am I like?
You're on your
Or
own.
am I a sample of one here?
You're on your own. You sample on your own.
It's
Going in the deep.
super delicate. I thought originally low on dark.
I'm Paul too.
Paul's
got it.
Paul and John.
And John.
Yes, I'm saying, like, am I on my own here?
No, 3 of you.
Yeah.
There's three here with the same sample. Okay, cool.
It's the 3 idiots.
That makes sense.
Okay.
That checks out.
Could have said Stooges.
Okay.
Okay.
Never got
It's
there.
obviously Pete in this.
Yes,
The same.
they have the same and.
Okay,
Paul and John have the same.
Let's swap
So
notes for a
we
second.
go
Let's just
on for
double
one.
check, make sure that we've got the.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it's the same.
I'm gonna tip.
Do they have the same? Owen?
I'm gonna
Paul
tip
and John have the
Chief.
same, and you've given Rob number 5 as well.
Yeah.
So yes, that's right. Have the same.
Okay. Yeah, they have the same.
I'm gonna go with Lord Chief for sure. Islands. I think so.
Okay.
It's knocking on Isla's door, but not quite there.
Knocking on Highlands door.
Islands.
Door. Rob?
I'm getting, I get like not a big peak, but I get some sort of peak there, which is where John's coming from.
Yeah. But there's something certainly gently sherry on the palate. A real
Okay,
sweetness to
I haven't
it.
even tasted it yet. I've just been nosing it.
Nothing yet.
What?
Oh, you're ready. Paul?
All right.
Yeah,
Yes, I'll go like 16 plus or minus 8.
Yeah, I was going to say sort of 12, 15.
I would have gone around what 10-year-old.
One person picked it.
10 to 12.
Yeah.
These are the ones that didn't study for today. They just came in, they show up on the day in the morning. You know, it's a leche, 8 years old. You know,
8 years old.
Yeah, 8
That's
years
That's in
old.
my window. That's in my window.
2007, yes. No, 11, sorry. 11.
I said 16 plus or minus 8.
Leche 2011. So it's the sister cask of this, the sister bottling of this other one here. So we got the sherry and the peaty. The smoky and the sherry.
Smoky was very good.
Yeah.
That's actually
So,
If I'm impressed, I would have guessed Thomason.
Tomatin.
Yeah.
Oh wow. But
You're the only one that negotiated very much.
It's almost like we've had too much this year.
Yeah. All right. Let's go back to the drums that we were drinking and let's go one by one.
We got the boozy 60%.
Yeah, we have that one, but before that one, we taste all the whiskeys again.
I let the rum breathe though.
Let the rum.
Pour it if you haven't poured the rum.
I would say everyone pour your rums out, and that's gonna be, to let it breathe. It's a 60% one.
Whatever you.
So
Yeah, I gotta try and find
yeah.
Paint strip it. Give it time.
It's a big rum.
That's all.
I love this
All right. Whiskey number one, the Stradella. Have we gone to Campbelltown by chance? Mike, you are getting sample number, Mark Leyland, you're getting sample number. Number 2, the Dinston. That's let me just copy this here because you are seeing it. You're getting the Dinston 1999, 19 years old by the Nectar. That's that one.
No, Jose, I was just trying to have a guess at what the guys were testing in sample number 5 in the shop, just from what they were describing.
Lily Chang. Yes. Ah, okay.
The nose over the water, over Bass Strait, you see.
Hang on, I'm not seeing that. Are you? There you go. Again, I got lost there. You were trying to have a guess of?
He was just saying that the Campbelltown was a guess for the last one, number 5.
For the number 5. Yes. Yeah, it could have been because it's peated and non-peated. Yeah, they were discussing there. Could have been. Yeah, I didn't throw any spring ranks on those samples. I'm not that generous to these people. I know. They but it would be a good it would have been a good call though. Let's go back and start with whiskey number 1 again. Start with number 1 is sweet, rich, big.
It's getting less floral on the nose now.
Yeah, it's just a big. Yeah, it's just a big whiskey, like rich and luscious and long. And
the Edredale versus the Maclady is really interesting because the Edredale is dark fruits.
Yeah,
I'm getting a bit more apple and orchard fruit sort of coming through, like that fruit is finely picked up rather than just the malt and the spice.
Yes, I agree. This is slowly starting to release the kind of apple skin or green apple, especially on the palate at the end. For me, it tastes like bruised apple at the end.
Yeah, definitely apple skin. Like it's that bit of.
Well, that's sort of
that apple peel.
not bruised apple. I would say like oxidized apple. Yeah, the Edredale is just beast. Yeah. The Bruichladdich is stunning. The Bruichladdich is
Cucumber water.
Cucumber water.
Yeah, it is.
Have a bit of the Edredale before you go to Bruichladdich.
Yeah.
That is also.
Who wants to join on the? Chris, what do you reckon of the Bruichladdich?
Yeah, it's almost like got a tzatziki sort of vibe to it, the minty, cucumbery sort of style.
Tzatziki, that's a good one.
It is.
There's almost like that sort of sour yogurty sort of lactic sort of thing going on as well, I guess.
Particularly after the Edredale. If you have the Edredale and then try
the end of the hour.
That's it. We get rounds of kebabs after
Yeah.
this.
Rounds of kebabs.
That's it, Johnny. Well done.
Good
Good
call.
call.
I was
Good
just
call.
thinking, like, that's like a third of the way to an HSP.
Kim, what do you reckon of number 3? How is changed?
Still on number 2.
Ah,
No, whiskey number 2, of course.
we're more dynamic. Come on.
Get with it.
Whiskey 3. Glass 4.
Rob says hi. No, he doesn't.
Certainly opened up a bit. I'm getting it's a lot richer than when we started, I think.
Yeah. It's a little bit less smoky and peaty, and you can smell a bit more the fruit, I reckon.
Yeah. Sort of, yeah, like a
A bit more open and a bit more,
richness.
yeah. John, what do you reckon? Yeah.
It's cracking now. I think it's really benefits from half an hour or so.
Yeah.
Everyone's
Burger rings. The people saying burger rings. Yeah.
That's how you go.
Yeah.
Get those notes.
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah.
Number 4, the Lagavulin. Owen, what do you reckon?
It's like a typical lager without all the terrible stuff they add afterwards. It's pure and it's comfortable. And it's like the Brussels sprouts that he comes through.
Yeah.
Oh, you love Brussels sprouts?
Well,
Who doesn't?
It cleans up the sulfur. The sulfur, right? The kebab. Lettuce in the
Now you are getting hungry.
This I agree with that. It's the cabbage kind of gone. You know, it has sort of reductive broccoli, boiling broccoli. You know,
no steam vegetables.
Oh, yeah. It's still green. Yeah, totally
It's
green.
still that young
Yeah.
whiskey, but it's, yeah, a little bit maritime.
Mm.
Maritime, savory,
Yeah. I still see the hip sweet, hip salty, hip sweet at the beginning. Yeah. Yeah. And now the beast number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh,
The Hydrodal.
That's a beautiful.
Number 5. Who? Alex. What do you reckon?
Hydrodal?
Yes.
Oh, God.
It's so sweet. Sweet.
Sweet.
I mean,
Sweet. I would.
bit of must in there.
Well, musket, like that's sort of maybe what you mean in that. Yeah.
Funkiness.
There's a rot. Handbag rot.
Yes.
Yeah.
School bag rot.
Yeah.
School bag pump.
It smells like, yeah, I see it.
But there's like it's still like a sweet of like a sticky bag pudding that's almost there, but there's that funk. Which one's musk sticks? Yeah, but you've left them in your bag for 2.
They've gone soft.
They've gone very, very.
What do you do with musk?
I don't know why you start with bags. They're in the common.
Why do you have them in your bag?
Yeah.
Because you're smoky.
And why are you doing? I'm from Uruguay. We don't have musk sticks. What do you do with musk sticks?
You ate my watch and you forgot it.
Eat them.
Yeah. You eat them.
They're not like that. They're from.
I got no idea what a musk sticks look like. It's just a long thing. Okay.
You know those
Star picket type. It actually has a soap note to it.
It's like the licorice sticks.
No, not licorice. There's no edit.
A churro, yeah.
It's key.
And what is made of?
Sugar and crap, and it's got musk flavor.
Yeah, it's got a weird musk
Musk,
flavor.
but it's
Musk
musk
is very
yummy.
soapy. Let's legit. Musk is a very soapy.
It's very interesting that we come from a culture we grew up with chocolate, right? So all these other cultures make shit that kind of. So what would you eat there? You know, South America, we had cocoa. So what would you eat? Musk. Piece off your musk. We got chocolate. You know, like cocoa. Yeah, it's like we did.
We had like
It's like
apples and muskets in a bag.
if you give to a South American all the Asian sweets that they have no cocoa at all, that diet, it's like, what do you want me? Rice with what? No, everything in South America has cocoa. Yeah, it's true. I cannot imagine how sad would be growing up like without chocolate. That would be a sad life. You know, like it's growing up without chocolate. You know, like and Japan, China, Thailand. In Thailand, it's like and you want something sweet, and they give you a mango lassi. And like what? You want South America is coffee and chocolate. Yeah, I've been drinking coffee since like 5 or less, probably. Yeah. Coffee since like.
He was weaning on coffee.
Your ADD that you're talking about earlier?
Yeah, no. The coffee never helped. You know, no shot like there was on this cafe with 2 spoons of sugar.
No way. No, we're short blacks in there.
Short black.
Just get by a bird.
Yeah. But, all right, let's go now to the rum.
Rum.
That Balmore was awesome.
That was.
The Balmore, oof. That's the only one I got to taste. The rest we were all gone. Okay, the rum that we have to finish tonight, and that was the idea, to finish with something different. And it's transcontinental rum line from La Maison de Whisky from Venezuela, 12-year-old, 11 years matured in the tropics, and 1 year matured in Europe. Bottled at 60.9%. Yeah, 60.9%. So this is the range of La Maison de Whisky that they do, like the Arges Collective, which we did a week ago or so. Yeah, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, that was a good tasting. We had Archer, and the same range that La Maison does for whiskey, they do it with rum, and this is the limited edition they do every year. They decided they're gonna keep transcontinental lines that are pretty much from the same countries. They just change years, like Australia, Panama, Fiji might be another one. No, Jamaica would be, and then there's special editions every year, and this is the special edition from last year, which is Venezuela. He showed the one that is from this year. Remember? Owen, oh, you were not there. You were there. Remember the one that Box made up? He showed the special edition of this year that he was going to present the day after. You remember what it was? Belize. It was Belize. It was a rum from Belize. This is this year, so we'll get it in the new year now. Wow, this is huge. It smells like rotten grapes, like botrytis grapes. No, like botrytis grapes, you know. A bit of shoe polish. Yeah. Yuko, why are you laughing? David says that the Edrodal reminds him of the older brother of the Overeem Sherry cask. Yeah, like, yeah, maybe a little bit drier too, but I see where you're coming from. You know, Overeem, that's sometimes those big, like a bigger style of Overeem. I see where it comes with the Australian whiskey tends to be quite dry have very dry finish, and that's because of the hard charred casks that they use. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. The what again?
Back to the rum.
Back to the rum. Yeah. What do you reckon, David, about the rum? Huge.
Well, I'm not a rum drinker, but I could become convinced.
Yeah, I agree.
This one?
Something like that.
It's big, huh? It's I like to show. I sell rum for whiskey drinkers. It's very interesting. Don't repeat this. Don't repeat this. But you know, I don't sell rum to rum people. They don't want to pay for good rum. It's incredible. That's how life works.
You're talking about
Yeah.
Aussie rum.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
There's the guys you want to get into a fight with.
It's like for
you
years
must talk about fighting with rum.
selling rum.
I've had tasted half a dozen times.
Yes. Selling rum it's very difficult with to make people understand the difference between quality and single cask, and you know, there used to be commercial big commercial brands for with a lot of sugar, but these kind of rums that have no sugar added, I would say they are closer to a whiskey. They are closer to a whiskey than what are to a rum, or what our conception of rum is. But this is what unadulterated rum tastes like. It is I'm not a cigar smoker, but I don't smoke cigars with whiskey. But the only beverage I like to smoke with cigars is with rums. Something like this, you know, which is like so potent and big and rich that, you know, even the cigar hits your mouth, and this is like just pick a match. Yeah. Yeah.
But I agree with your point about rum for whiskey drinkers. It's the only rum I've ever bought is from you.
Yeah.
And then a month ago from Jewel, which is the summer early.
Yeah. Well, so that's also a rum made for whiskey drinkers, you know. These are whiskey companies making rum for whiskey drinkers. Yeah, it literally the whiskeys that the rums that we sell, they are rums from La Maison de Whiskey, Zanzibar, and Malinche Malay. They are whiskey companies making rum for Belier, yeah, and making rum for whiskey drinkers.
Or Silver Seal.
Oh, Silver Seal, yeah.
Or something, or summer early.
Very sweet but dry at the end, and quite a bit of heat. Quite a bit of heat, but it's tolerable. You know? Yeah.
But it mellows really quick.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though it's high ABV, it doesn't continually burn. Like it gives you a really big initial hit, but then it mellows out immediately.
Yeah. Do you guys hear Rob there? It's like it's a very dangerous drink. Yeah.
Water very well too. Yeah, water really
Now we are now on 8:40, so let's do one more review of all these drams, and I reckon we call it John after we taste again from.
Yeah, go back through and maybe see who's put down which one the favorite.
Yeah. Let's kick on with number one. Let's get Dom. Number one. Strathmill.
Oh, it's lovely.
This is the exam. The final.
It
The Casa de Vinos. The Casa de Vinos honors award.
It wasn't my favorite.
No.
But it was
my favorite.
Yes,
That's your favorite.
Dave's favorite. I'll let him talk about his favorite.
David, you can.
Because it's just malt dominated whiskey. It's fragrant, it's kind of almost like perfumed on the nose.
Yeah.
And then malt on the body. And then you left it half an hour, it started to die. So the Buchladi lasted much longer, but just really comfortable malt forward whiskey with a floral nose.
I think I'd say the Strathmill had my favorite nose, maybe not my favorite palate, but definitely my favorite nose.
I think the Strathmill is what makes Scotch whiskey great. It's a very good whiskey. It smells like whiskey. This is what people smell when they think about whiskey. You know, it's malt. It's a great spirit. It's just a blank canvas, which is no, just a great 25-year-old. And you see the length it has. It's amazing. It's, you know, you see it's rich, it's big. You can taste a lot of stuff and go back to it, and it still stands up to everything. You know, well-made whiskey. You know. Whiskey number 2, the Bruichladdich. Who we get there? Let's get Kim or Alex. That's it. Alex, you got Alex there, not saying anything. Come on, your turn, mate.
Too busy drinking. Yeah.
What do you reckon? Or you, Kim, if Alex is shy.
I'm really loving going back to the Bruichladdich after nosing the Edredor.
Yeah.
I get sort of like an unripe banana peel on this Bruichladdich.
It is, I get the. Now it's more like, for me, yes, banana peel could be oxidized, apple skins.
Yeah.
Or smells like a fruit salad. I remember, is that smell exactly fruit salad? I remember Mom when she used to make fruit salad. Is the once you start making them all in like geometrical cubes,
a jelly fruit cups. You know,
that like
the mixed syrups, and it's just.
I remember and transport me back to like the apple is not square enough. You know, but when it's like you're piling everything there, and it's like a mix of like the strawberries, the peach, the apple, but it's getting oxidized.
It's been in the fridge for a few days.
No, but it's getting oxidized before you put the sparkling water and the you know.
Fruit cocktail from the can.
Yeah, fruit cocktail from the can. Punch. Stunning dram, though. Cigars need high proof bourbon. Paul, you might be right. The only problem, I don't have high proof bourbon. I rather, you know, Paul, if we would be thinking on shares, it's like when you're really strong on mining and you want to put some shares on technology, and you were like, I don't want to invest on technology. I'm really good at mining. Why I would go on technology? That's why I don't buy bourbon. Like that. No, I said, no, if you're investing on something and say you're really good at mining, as you put it on shares with whiskey, you know, that's what I do with Scotch. And then you want to invest on technology shares? No, you just keep your money on mining and just be good at what you are. And that bourbon is your other resource that you don't want to go. You just don't. You just don't. There's not enough brain space. Not enough brain space to go to another one, and you know. Yeah, I just keep it on. I just keep it on Scotch, you know, and I.
Single malt.
Yeah, and the ram is your day trade that you do on. Is your day trade on some sort of. No.
The narrative is.
I just stay with whiskey.
Rob's not invited anymore. Not invited anymore.
What a shame.
Ram is the crypto trading. Yes, totally, Vijay. Ram is the crypto. I've been stashing slowly crypto Ram. I mean, you know, for a while. It one day.
The Corona.
Yeah, the Caronis. I still think that crypto is Springbank. That crypto, Bitcoin is like Springbank. Yeah, the price of Springbank a year ago.
Yeah, Springbank's real.
Yes, you can touch it, Springbank. You know, but it's like that's it.
I would have thought crypto would be Japanese whiskey.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, but to be honest, in the last year, Japanese whisky are not that much. If you think on, you know, I think the curve of Springbank this year has been the most crazy of everything.
I guess that's just coming from me when I bought a bottle of Hibiki 12 for like $70.
No, but but let's say last year or the year, more likely the year before, you would think that was the steep craziness. This year, the price of Hibiki, well, actually, the Yamazaki has, but it's no bias. It's not like it's like the prices that move around I don't think they are real. With Springbank, there is a lot of market move now, and I think the prices are going nuts right now. Yeah. Yeah.
Whiskey number, glass number 5.
Glass number 5. Glass number 3.
Glass number 4.
Whiskey number 3. Whiskey number 3.
Glass number 4.
Yeah, glass number 4, whiskey number 3.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
It's great.
I think it's fabulous. I think that you all of these ones, this has been in the shop for a while, and we tasted, but probably don't give it enough time.
Yeah.
And now you give it a bit of time, you get a bit of sweetness, like a little bit of, I always get like a little bit of melonness from it.
Yeah.
And it's got that like seaweedy, maritime background. But I've brushed past this a lot of times, but once you put it in context, it's a really good brand.
Yeah. And going back to glass number 5 and whiskey number 4, de la Kabulin. Still very savory, yeah? As opposed to the Kaolila.
Yeah, it's not such a dry.
Mm.
You just go first and then the California, you think, oh, I'm getting like grass, but then you go to the lagoon.
Yeah. That's it's great how you see the two faces of Isla.
Yeah.
Sweet and floral and savory and
cabbagey.
salty and cabbagey and green and yeah. I'm the polarizing drum of the night, the Edrodauer.
Mate, that's a poison beast.
It is crazy, isn't it? It's like
green apples now.
Green apples.
I've got no whiskey in my glass and it still dominates.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's right. There's nothing left in the glass, but it's
Brown sugar and green apples.
Started off with a little whiskey.
Yeah.
yeah. It's my glass is empty and it still whips them.
Yeah.
You don't have to put your nose in.
And there's one
This has been it's kind of pleasant at the beginning, but then it's like abrasive. Yeah, the finish is like
it's quite dry.
Yeah.
But it's also no spiritual thing.
No.
It's really faded away where you smell it. There's nothing again, like going back to it.
Yeah.
They're all solid.
Exactly. You don't. It's not like you go back to one and you're like, oh, Yeah.
Or so.
Actually, this Edrodauer will be one that you do with cigar.
Yeah. Another one, yeah. What's got like the rum. Yeah.
Yeah, because this actually has a smell of tobacco on the tail end of it too.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of hits of it.
Yeah.
Enough to enjoy the cigar.
All
very
strong spirit.
Yeah.
All big spirits. I mean, even the Kaolila, like for an 8-year-old, it's just a big whiskey.
Yeah.
It's still holding its own.
What do you guys reckon over there? Let's see. Sean, what do you reckon about the tasting tonight?
That was awesome. I really loved the mystery dram, kind of throwing everyone's skills against everyone and kind of hearing different insights from whiskey that I hadn't tried as well. And so yeah, having the old boy here and he got one and I got one and then there was 3 others. That was super cool. Love the rum as well. That was awesome. Totally agree with the comments around rum being made for whiskey drinkers, because generally your rum drinkers are drinking for effect.
Yeah.
So, that's definitely the stereotype there. So had a blast. It's really good to get back into a tasting. It's been a couple of weeks off for me, so it's good to see you all again. And no, stunning. I love the Edredara as well. I drink it and I go in expecting Macallan, but it's not.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm looking for when I have a sip of it, and it's a lot more fruity. You go in and you're ready for the leather, and it's just not quite, it's not quite that dominatrix dungeon. So yeah, delicious.
Oh, hello. Yeah.
Hello. We're back in Phuket.
Back into the dungeon.
Leather and Vaseline.
And nuts on top.
And nuts on top. Jesucristo.
Not too bad, please.
This is getting out of hand here, man. Too many drinks.
Yeah. What happens in Thailand stays in Thailand.
Yeah.
The guys on the screen.
How do you guys see this? And to be honest, we got the Muppets here at the back, and this is like like Sesame Street whiskey tasting, Sesame Street whiskey tasting. But honestly, out of the joke, we try to.
Swedish.
You can't stop them. I need a remote control for each of these guys here. Like, I might need to put those colors for dogs. You get zapped. You get zapped, and Yeah. How do you guys see the setup? We might look at getting different cameras, angles, and stuff like that. I want some feedback. If you guys can, someone can have some feedback.
Hopefully positive.
Let's go wider. Get a wide angle camera and put you in between them, in between where that middle of the desk is there. So between Justin and Jono.
Just need an old GoPro or something.
Like here.
Yeah.
And we got that's like looks like TV. It's like, and here we got
and a lapel mic.
And tonight I'd like to welcome Jose.
I will take outside.
Put your pants on.
It's a good idea. We can work on it here. I get one camera and people talking at the back. It's not bad.
But Alex, was it hard for you to hear with us making noise?
I can hear you vaguely.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. But you hear when everyone talks, when someone talks about the whiskeys?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, cool.
It's harder.
And we got roving mic as well. Yeah, we need a. Yeah. It's okay. This is the first try.
I have some ideas. I'll let you know when I'm back over.
Yeah, sounds good. We got I haven't put it on the website yet, but everyone will get an invite to go to do the whiskey agency tasting. We're opening all the set. The Little Mill, the 1985 Highland, the 29-year-old Irish, the Ben Neves, the Aran, all of them, the cognac, the 49-year-old cognac. So that's going to be a really good tasting. That's the first tasting of 2021.
Yeah, that's always a big tasting.
We started 2020.
9 drams.
Look how that went.
Yeah. 9 tasting, 9 drams. That's that.
930 milligrams.
No, 930. We're gonna do. I don't dare to do 9 drums in here, like in the shop, right? Maybe like you can do that. The collectors 9 halves and 9 halves to take away. If I give you like even that's like
it's not a bad idea.
30 mils. Yeah. We can. Maybe.
How big was not a bad idea.
No, I like a collector's edition 15 to have here, 9, and then 15 to take away. So that was on the 14th of January, yeah. And I'm gonna take away. I'm gonna go away for 2 weeks on Sunday. So no tastings for 2 weeks. I hope anyone gets here withdrawal symptoms. withdrawal syndrome, and
I'll be down over New Year's. Are you not going to be in town, Jose?
No, New Year's Day, I'm not going to be in town. I'm going to be in Lakes Entrance.
Oh, nice. Okay.
You're welcome to come over if I don't, if you're allowed to cross the border. Sorry. Yeah.
I am at this point. So, yeah.
I've been, Sean, I'll be in the Caravan Park in Lakes Entrance, so come around, man.
Sweet.
Maybe I got a couple of bottles of whiskey over there, so yeah. Just about beach and whiskey and kids and family and stuff. So we don't. All right. Thank you everyone for supporting us this year. Jono.
Cheers. Thanks everyone. And there's like a few good suggestions there. I reckon this is a good way to do it in the future.
Yeah.
I think good to have people in the store here. So
yeah.
I think especially for the people in the state as well, this has been awesome because there's no way that this would have eventuated where people in Tassie and Sydney are doing it together.
Yeah.
It's just gonna come down to like,
We got people in Queensland, in Tassie today, in New South Wales. We got people here in the shop, in also Melbourne, but not in the shop, in regional Victoria. So good. For Leyland, the tasting of the nectar, I don't know, that will be more like February because the nectar shipment is on its way. So yeah. Kim, you will get an email about the tastings in the store for the Whiskey Agency one. We do the same like now. So yeah. Thank you, and Alex here too. Thank you everyone for tonight. It's been a great night. And I see you guys on 2021. Yeah. Take care, everyone. Thanks for your support all this year. That's been amazing. Cheers. Jonah, you want to do your, come on, our toast. Let me just replace Spotlight. There we go.
Hello. The Casa de Vinos. First of all, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to everyone and all your families. And just remember that some ships are wooden ships, but those ships might sink. The best ships are friendships.
And to those ships, we drink. Salud. Thank you, everyone.
Yes. Thank you, gentlemen. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Thank you, Jose.
Merry Christmas.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Great 2021. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah.